Hey. Hey everyone, how are you? Hope you all doing good. Let's start the live with your likes, shares, and subscribe. We have a lot to go through today, and I'm so excited because it's taking time to read the charts. I was saying I will just do one for Jungkook, the persona charts, and one for RM separately, so it won't be too overwhelmed for you and me. Where is it? Let's see. So I got here my Kalei Tarot. We will be combining this with the tarot as clarification for some topics. I made a few questions while I was doing the reading for the charts for both Jungkook and RM, and I hope the questions I was covering will align with you guys. Remember, it's for entertainment purpose only. Don't take anything too seriously. I'm just practicing birth charts readings, so take this in consideration. And before we will start doing till September 10th a special offer, so make sure to check this in the post section if you want to do your natal charts reading or personal readings with me. There's everything there, all the details, everything. Go and check this out. And hold on, where are my summary? So I will do a quick explanation about what is this Juno persona charts, because the personas is more about the asteroids, okay? It's not about just the planets. For example, Juno is an asteroid, okay? And it's more to see about the, for example, in Jungkook, to see more who is, in a more deep, looking to see who is Mrs. Jeon. If we want to see more about her as a wife or their relationship after they will meet each other, I will have to do a reading on his groom persona chart and bridey persona chart. So if you're interested in those readings as well, please let me know in the comments or in the chat. I really want to make sure it's something that you are into. And don't forget to drink. Okay, so let's start. Hey, bye, and hey, Tangible. Good morning to Tangible. I guess it's morning where she is. And yeah, buys into more readings. Good, good, good. So let's start. So like I said, Juno is about to know more about who is the partner in the native. So I wanted to see if in this chart, in a more deeper level, unlike the natal chart in general, if I can see more about who she is, if I can get more indication about her age, appearance, where, like, if she's a foreigner or not. I'm not sure that it's possible through Juno chart to see where she is exactly from. For that, I will have to learn another type of chart. There's a specific chart for, geography. I'm also wanted to see like what could be her career, what could like her job be, and to understand if she's famous or not, or if she's going to become a celebrity after meeting Jungkook. And also I wanted to see what is going to be the dynamic between them according to this chart. Okay. And also I wanted to see if there's going to be a love at first sight, when and where they could meet each other. And last and not least, if I can see what is her not her energy, but what I can learn about her from his Juno persona chart in her August 2026. So that's an overview about what I'm going to cover today. Let's see the chat. If others want in future videos, I think knowing if she actually wants kids would be interesting to ask. Tangible, are you asking if she other than just if she will want to have kids, like if they're going to have kids or something like this, like more about the family dynamic between them? And by saying, best we know that she's from a home. Yeah, like not from the street. Okay. By the way, girls, buy Intangible. So show some support with hearts and likes. It's very important. It's exchanging energy, and I really appreciate it. So let's start. Yeah, I can look if she's like, I don't know if I can see if there's in the maps, like if she wants, but I can look if they will have kids and if we will get details about the future kids they could have. I'm not sure if I can see, but let's say if the chart's showing that that they will be parents, so obviously that means she wants to be a mother. Okay, thank you for the likes, girls. Appreciate it. Oh, I see 222 confirmation. More of her perspective of wanting kids. So like I said, Tangible, through I'm asking for request about birth charts specifically, because I'm not sure if we can learn about like what could be her perspective, her thoughts through the charts. So I can do like about the future kids and how they're going to be like in a family or something. But to learn about her perspective, not so much, because it doesn't show in the charts, to be honest. Okay, so something very interesting. Again, I'm only focusing on the Juno charts. So I wanted to see more about her, like her profile, and also I was trying to see if this chart could suggest what could be her zodiac sign. So Jungkook's has his sign ascendant and the ruler in Virgo, right? That means that it's again showing a lot of energy, but like when it comes to her personality, she seems to be very extrovert, at least in first glance. Let's say you're meeting her for the first time, you don't find her to be shy. She seems to be very confident. She seems to know herself, to know her wants and her needs. Like, not someone who is like, oh, I came from a very hard background or something, please pity me. Not like this. And there's a lot of energy that could suggest that she could be an earth sign, but this is just according to the Juno charts, because this profile giving a lot of earth energy. I don't want to say she could be a Virgo, because Virgo could be a little bit too much, but you can never know. So we can know that according to this chart, Virgo energy is going to be very dominant in their dynamic. That means she's going to be very intelligent, perfectionist, or at least have a very high standards from herself, like Jungkook, and they're going to find it very mutual between them. She's very focusing on details. She's very practical and also very analytical. Is this the word? Something that is like she's I don't know, analyzing things in a very interesting way. I want to say mature way, but maybe it's more into just she will take psychology with science or something and be able to combine it into a very unique perspective for her, just for example. Okay? Also, the ruler of his ascendant, of Jungkook, is Mercury, and it's placed in the 11th house in Leo. So that also brings her to be her presence is very dramatic. That means you can't miss her. You see her. She could be even taking very naturally the spotlight from Jungkook whenever they go in public events. Let's say he's going to a music award show or something. She would probably will be stealing the spotlight from him, because something in her presence is going to be very noticeable. Yeah, that's the word. She seems to be with a very big heart, charismatic, having leadership qualities. I think she's going to have, according to this energy with Leo, is like the leader in the circle of in the animal kingdom, right? So it gives me that she could be really having good networking when it comes to her career, whatever it is. So something about this. She's not boring. Let's say Jungkook is into someone who's going to have a lot of fun with, someone he can be everything, okay? Yeah, and very popular in her circle of friends and in her career. So I think whatever she's doing, it doesn't matter if she's like a singer or an actress or completely something else. I think I said this in the past. Whatever she's doing for living, she's very popular among her colleagues and the people she's working with. Okay? Oh my god, I just saw 1444 again. Damn with this number. Okay, next. The sun sign and the moon in the map. So his sun is in Leo, like I said, in the 11th house, which again giving a lot of it's like the sun through his chart is really shining on her. It's like she's shining from inside her, but also from the outside. Something about the energy of her and the universe is in such a very unique dynamic and in alignment, I want to say, because it doesn't matter what she's going to do. The energy from his chart is showing all the time someone is really shining every step on the way, whatever they are doing, even if it's not her attention. It's very interesting, actually, because it's like I can't wait to see who she is, because just wait and see, at least if the predictions from the charts are going to be correct, she's going to be, I don't want to say more popular or famous from Jungkook, but she's going to be more than just Jungkook's wife. That's what I want to say. She will be famous because of herself. That means, let's say she was never meeting Jungkook, she will probably still be popular in whatever she's doing, but definitely Jungkook is going to increase some of her popularity, because still he's very popular himself, right? So that's about his sun in this map, and also his moon in this map. Remember, it's the Juno chart, so don't confuse with the natal chart, okay? His moon is in Taurus, so, and in the 8th house, along with Saturn. So that means the placement of the moon in Taurus, that's why I said a lot of earth energy. With everything I said so far, she's also going to have she's very grounded. So it doesn't matter if, let's say, she's not an earth sign, okay? She would probably have still a lot of earth placement, because she seems very grounded with this moon in Taurus. And she is able, like, according from this chart, she's going to bring to the relationship with Jungkook a lot of stability, maybe something that he's lacking on his own at the moment, and she's like going to complete this gap in himself where he needs some grounding. And it seems like he's going to bring her the attention maybe she wished to receive in a relationship from her partner. 222, cool, confirmation. Also, it's showing a lot about sensuality, but also a lot of connection to nature. And I said that a few times in my other readings, that there's something about her really in alignment with nature, or she's interested in ecological stuff. But also there's indication in this placement, something about maybe late maturity in the emotional part. I don't know what does it mean. Maybe it's related to traumas she's been through, or just, emotional stuff that she had to go through. And by the time she will meet Jungkook, she will be emotionally very stable and mature than she's now. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to look at, it's about the age and appearance according to his Juno persona chart. Okay? So when I was trying to see for her age, remember in the previous reading in his natal chart, it suggested someone younger than him. Okay? In this chart, we can see that there's a very heavy Saturn energy, and it's very close to to the moon in the 8th house. So it could suggest a few things. One, that Jungkook going to meet her later on in life. That means when he's older, obviously in his 30s, could be even into his 40s. It's just showing meeting in a very later on in age. But also, it's showing more about, not much about her age, but more about her energy. And the energy, again, in this map, showing, unlike the natal chart, is showing someone who could be mature, or at least emotionally more mature than Jungkook. That means maybe she had to go through things that Jungkook never had to experience before. And she's going to be like, her mental health is going to be very good, because she's probably went through things that she had to overcome. So that makes her more, how do I say it in English? That can explain why she's so grounded, why she's so mature, why she's so understanding, why there's a lot of maturity in her personality over Jungkook. So at least from this chart, she could be older or mature. I'm getting a strong indication for mature. So she could be younger than him, but more mature than him. Okay? And about her appearance, so we have a combination that's giving the ascendance in Virgo. So her aesthetics is on point, at least from, remember, we're looking at her from his chart. That means he will see her as someone who is very elegant, very clean, very just with a good sense of style, fashion. Okay, to again, for confirmation, he's going to find her very aesthetic. And also we have the Sun and the placements in Leo, along with Venus. So it also talking about her facial expression. So there's something about her facial expression that's going to look very, it's interesting. It's like, because there's some combination here with the fire and water sign, she could, like, if people will look at her, she might seem cold at first, but she's warming up very fast. That means something in her facial expression can express very good balance between seriousness to warmness and playfulness, I want to say. Something about this. Like, she's not always look like sad and depressed, or all the time too much happy, joy. Not like this. It's also talking about something also in her hair is going to be very prominent. She could have a very thick hair with unique hairstyle. Maybe she could go natural, so maybe if she is having curls, so she will not straighten them, or long hair, or something unique and noticeable about her hair. Okay, and again, there's a lot of indication about her face. There's also about her looking like having a baby face, looking younger than her real age, because we have also Venus and Mars close to Cancer, which bring her really, I I won't be surprised if in both cases she will look younger than her real age and younger than Jungkook, whether if she's really younger or older than him by age. She will always look younger than him when they are next to each other. Everyone will think that she's way too young than him. Anything else? Okay. Wait, I need to drink. Okay, so that was about her appearance. Now about her career. So if we want to try to understand her career from his Juno persona chart, so his 10th house is the midheaven is in Gemini, and the ruler of the 10th house is Mercury, which is in the 11th house in Leo. So what I can see from these placements, okay, it can tell us that her career could be related to media, writing, teaching, some kind of guidance, technology, social media, and also working with big audience and organizations. So that's why every time I sense like maybe she is like a businesswoman who is doing like something like this by her own, I won't be surprised if she's really going to be more in her career, having more expanded connections and even money in this case than Jungkook, because with all due respect to Jungkook, is making a lot of money as an artist, as an singer, model, all the collaboration he's doing through his label. But this seems like she's working with big organizations. When you're a business person, regardless your gender, and you're working with big companies, organizations, doing a lot of connection, there's a very major money flow into your bank account, right? So she's not poor, and she's going to, at least when they will meet, she's already very stable financially. Like a lot of her aspects in her life going to be very stable by the time she will meet him. So if there's people who are thinking or telling you, oh, his future spouse is in a very bad condition, she's in a poor place and blah blah blah, I will consider if like to trust it or not, because it's not showing in his map anyway. Okay, and also we have Venus and Mars in the 10th house, in the it's like, what is the word? It's like crossing Cancer and Leo, which can suggest a career where there's a lot of creativity, aesthetic, maybe involved some kind of taking care of people, project management or something, or creative or public, where she is in the front, because we have Leo here and Leo is always in the front. So that means, like I said, she could be very known in her field, whatever she's doing. If she's, let's say, a writer or in the media or something where she's very known, appreciated, and people already know her. So it's like she might not be completely anonymous for a lot of people while they will go public with their relationship. Okay. Now I was trying to see if we can understand if she's foreigner or not. So like I said, if we want to learn about where she could be from, I could do this later on. I'm still trying to learn, but I know there's some indication and specific maps where you can try to analyze to see where the future spouse could be from, but I will have to do it later on. Like, stay tuned if you want to see these. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I will update more about it, because I'm really in the process of learning. That's why I'm not coming that often as I used to. So specifically in this Juno persona chart, we can learn more about some traits of where she's from. What does it mean? It will not tell us if she's foreigner or not. It will tell us, for example, if she's coming from a city or from a village or the countryside. Okay? According to his Juno persona chart, again, we have here a very strong earth energy with Taurus and Virgo, and it's showing something with how do you say, I don't know how to say this word in English, but it has something with the placements of Gemini in midheaven. That means she's someone who is very connected to where she's from. That means she's probably very proud in her background, very proud of her country and where she's from. And in his map, it could suggest of someone who is coming from a very developed place. That means she could come from a city, and also something in the city is have combination that can be related to nature or arts, something that can combine these, maybe some things about history as well. I won't say if it's like a capital or like, I'm just getting a very urban vibe from this from the map. So it doesn't show here that she's coming from somewhere that is far away and it's like a small community. She's somewhere where there's a lot of people and it's very developed. So I won't say she's like, you know, still a lot of indication she's not poor. I don't know how to stress this enough. Also, it can suggest in his in this persona chart, okay, that she's coming, probably she was raised in a family where stability was something very important, and it's aligned very well with the energy from his chart about perfectionism, because maybe she was taught how to work hard and to and how to achieve her goals through hard work. But also it seems like where she's at, it's a place where there's more of at least it gives me two things, I'll be honest with you. One, about where she's from. The place she's from can combine different cultures, or at least it's a place very popular for foreigners from across the world to come and visit there. And about her, it seems like she is also having a lot of interest in other cultures as well. So that's something that is like really interesting to see, because I was trying to understand if it's just about where she's from or also about her. So there is some indication that she could be also very into foreigner, or not for foreigners, but not like this. She's just probably know about other cultures. So the next thing I wanted to see, some people sometimes ask me, is she going to be famous before or after? So I know I talked about this just earlier, a few minutes ago, but I want to explain to you what are the indications according to his charts exactly. So for the question if she's going to be famous, the answer is yes, because in this map there's a lot of indications that shows like publicity, big audiences, and status, and that's in the 11th house, which he has his sun Mercury and crossing the north node. And in Pluto we have Sagittarius in the 3rd house, and other aspects like Venus and Mars in the 10th house, which, like, she doesn't have a choice according to his chart but to be in the spotlight. So if she's not a celebrity, because if we want to compare it to Jungkook popularity, so she's going to become very in a celebrity level, pretty much it's like showing up in his chart. And the next question is she's going to become famous by herself or because of Jungkook? So it's very interesting. Like I said, there's a lot of indication that's showing she's already kind of known. And when I say kind of known, not known to one or two people. Whatever she's doing or going to do in her career very soon is going to really impact her circle of people she knows. Whether it's friends, colleagues, some kind of networking, that it's going to be very wide. Okay? We have a combination here of the Sun and the North Node in Leo in the 11th house, which it's an potential to shine her, like bring her into the spotlight. But we also have the presence of some planets in the 10th house that could definitely show she is very well known by herself even before meeting Jungkook. But after she will meet him and once they will become because I don't to be honest with you, I don't see here in the chart that he's going to bring more to expand her circle of people she knows. By the time they will meet, probably she will expose him to her circle and not vice versa, because his circle is kind of limited, okay, according to what she's doing. But when it comes to popularity in the public eye, like army and fans, definitely there's going to be some increase in this popularity through Jungkook. Once they will become public, it's like going to be it's going to be diverse, of course, because there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to like the fact that Jungkook is dating someone or whatever. But there's something about her charisma and something in her that she's doing in her career that's going to really make her become like a very popular influencer. And it seems like she's going to be exposed to media where celebrities usually star in, but she will, even if she will start to show up as Jungkook's wife, very, very fast she's going to become as whoever her name is, by herself, and it will be, for some, it will be like two different groups, like the fans of Mrs. Jeon and the fans of Jungkook. Some of them will be like, this is Jungkook's wife, and people will be like, they see about Jungkook, they will see this is Mrs. Jeon husband, because she's going to have like completely different probably fans. Maybe some of them are army, but not just. So to be honest, I don't feel like she's from K-pop, even if she's from Korea. Something completely different from what Jungkook is doing. Now I wanted to see about their dynamic. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to see is about their collaboration with each other. So since we have Venus and Mars in the 10th house, it's showing a very strong chemistry between romance, passion, and also collaborating with establishing a career together. I guess in some point, and I'm getting, it seems like because of what she's bringing, I think she will be more, he will want to get to, no, sorry. Jungkook will want to be more into the thing she's doing, which is different from being a K-pop artist. And he might want to be more into the business world, to be more in the position where he can run a business, create a business with his partner, and there's a lot of potential for them to create something together, like to have a mutual career after they will meet each other, probably even after marrying each other, not while dating or before that. It's more later on when their connection is more, the bond is stronger and more established. Also, we can see about the emotional challenges and about the stability. So the moon is close to Saturn in the 8th house, which shows that their connection is going to ask from them to show a very deep emotional, to show emotional depth, I want to say. Very strong loyalty from both sides. And also, and sometimes, because the moon is about emotions, right? Something that they will be tested about together as a couple in this lifetime is how they're going to handle crisis and tests that universe is going to bring to them, because this is the glue that's going to strengthen their relationship even more time after each time, I mean. Because Saturn also bringing a very heavy karmic energy. So like I said, if you remember in the reading I did about the past lives, they have very heavy karma between each other when it comes to a love that never became into a union. And in this lifetime, once they're in union, universe is going to be like, oh, now you are together, now let's see how all your loyalty, how all your emotion, how everything is working out. Because this is something about their karma, like universe want to see how they're going to go through this after all these lifetimes, right? And other two, I have two questions, last questions I did. So the one I'm going to do now is what is her current situation in August 2026, and the last and not least will be first if there's going to be a love at first sight, and when and where they might meet each other. Okay, so don't forget to show some likes, subscribe, and show some hearts. I really appreciate it. So about her situation on August 2026. So I was curious to know if it's even possible to see this in his persona charts. So I hope I read it right, but according to the August 2026, okay, on his chart it's showing that she is in a stage in her life where she is preparing for the next thing, her next goals for her life. It seems like there's something in personality. Like I said, she's going through kind of maturity with her emotions, okay? And it's going to prepare her, I guess, not just for Jungkook, but something about her career, her life, or everything. All the way she's approaching to life is very on the process of becoming or making her the stable person we are about, or not we, Jungkook is going to meet. We might learn about her later on after they will start to date or get married, whenever they will decide to go public, okay? And it seems like because we have Saturn in the map, Saturn, and transition in planets in it could suggest that she's more focusing about her career, which makes sense because in my previous readings I said that there's some change in the career. She could get fired from where she used to work so far, or something in her career is going through changes. And when it comes to her finance, there's also a lot of indications here that showing she might be working on putting boundaries about her expense, and to be more just to follow her expenses and her money, I guess. And she seems like she's working very hard, and yeah, just preparing herself for a new chapter in her life. Might have new goals, new things. Don't know what it is because the chart doesn't tell us, but that's according to what is her current situation is based on this chart. And about the indications about love at first sight according to this chart, okay? Because we have Venus, Mars, close to 10th house, and the sun is in Leo in the 11th house, is showing us something about immediate sparkle, very powerful when they will meet. There's going to be a very strong magnetic attraction that they will not be able to ignore. And I was also trying to understand like who is going to see the first, like how, like are they going to look at each other and right away feel like they are falling in love or something, or like feeling this sparkle, or it's going to be one side. So it's kind of together but not together, because it seems like, according to what I saw in the chart, that he's going to notice her first. Something about her energy, especially about the way she is holding herself, is going to look very unique and beautiful to him. And I know it's kind of the first impression, I didn't mention that, but I will dig more into the first impression later on. But something about the way she holds herself is going to really catch his eyes. But when he notices her, she's probably not, no, she's going to be very busy in something she's going to do. But by the time she will start to notice him, she will also feel like she knows him in a deeper level. Than she's probably will know that he's famous or something, because it's related to where they're going to meet. But when she will look at him, it's probably she will be noticing that he's looking at her, at the same time, and she will be like, they will be looking at each other, and she will feel like she knows more than what appears to the eye or what the public know, something like this. So it can suggest that it could be some kind of love at first sight, or at least there's going to be a very strong sparkle and magnetic attraction. And about the place they will meet, I was trying to look at the time, like if it's going to be, soon, like up to 2 years or something, but I couldn't really understand if it's possible to look, so I was just trying to understand where they might meet. So according to the chart, it's going to be in a public place. That means it's going to be something that both of them needs to be. I'm not sure it's related, like they're going to work together before meeting, but it's just some kind of event or a gathering where it's very public, and it feels like he's going to be surrounded by his by fans or cameras or something, and yeah, some kind of event, just because we have here the 11th house and the 10th house is suggesting about events, big events, so it can be related to something, some kind of it could be something between an award to just like some promotion and collaboration is doing, and they happen to be in the same place, something like this. And it seems like both of them are going to be very, like, not just him going to be very surrounded by popularity. It seems like people also will be interested in her. So like I said, she could be very known in whatever she's doing if she's not a celebrity. And all they can do at this moment is just to change looks with each other, if that makes sense, like looking at each other in the eye or whatever. That's what I'm getting for them. Now let's see what you said in the chat, because I was not able to look, so I'm sorry. So I see we're talking with each other. Hey Archimedes, how are you? Hey Hush. Hush said moon gives round features. Right, I heard about this. You're right, I didn't look for it. Maybe she could have round face, but something about it is like her face, I guess you were talking about, referring to, is really noticeable, very beautiful and aesthetic. In the city, member used to drive a Yukon. Huh. It's kind of crazy how much info one can pull from a chart. Yup. There's a lot of things you can pull out. Again, it's just me trying to analyze. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, but I'm just trying my best to see what it is. Now, do you have any questions about the things I said or the charts before we will be moving on? Don't see here anything. Ouch. If you have time, try Vedic astrology as well. It is fun. They have a chart each suspecting the life. Oh, Ash, I know. I said in my previous live I'm going to do Vedic astrology for them, but it's going to be not anytime soon because I'm still doing the natal one, and it's it's taking a lot of time. I'm trying to balance between June to Jungkook. So I'm just trying my best. By the way, Hash, give me a like. Hey, YOLO only, how are you? I can try to look. There was something I wanted to see, but wait, I don't know if I have this here. Let me see. Where was it? I can do okay, I want to ask you this question and then I will be try to look for it for the next time. Okay, are you interested in a more deep reading through birth charts about the first impression? Let me know in the chat. Also, where was it? So I can do a more deep reading to try to understand about these sparkles and the situation of the first meeting and the first impression. I think it's very interesting to learn about it. Thank you for the hearts. So I can do this if you're interested. YOLO, agree. Thank you. What else? Also, do you want me to do the groom and bridey persona charts as well? I didn't ask you if you're even interested in this. Because remember, it's taking a lot of time, so I need to make sure that people actually interested in me doing this. So Baya was asking about the no, I was asking about the next topics for me to cover is the first impression, and also the groom and bridey persona charts for Jungkook and Namjoon. And also the last thing I wanted to ask you about the reaction of Army, for example, for about her by the time they will go public. I think it's going to be interesting because it's something that could be shown through his birth chart. I just need to make sure I really understood it right. But other than that, if you have other questions or ideas, remember, don't ask me about perspectives or something because it's not something I can really look or see in the birth charts. But if you have any ideas or suggestion, let me know in the comments. And remember, I'm having a 20% off offer for personal readings. And yeah, and that's for today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.